Traders, welcome back. Today is Friday, the 5th of January. I hope you've had a good first week back in the saddle. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to take a look at today's potential trades, and we're going to look at the important news for today as well. I have had my Alpen with blueberries. I'm feeling good. Let's do this. Right, let's start with yesterday's trades, and let's look at the trade that I actually took yesterday. It's the only trade that I had, and it was New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, and we were selling it. So why were we selling it? So if you look at this, guys, we was in a range on the daily chart. Yeah, price was just bouncing to and fro. But if we look at this here, we've had a bit of a mini break of these lows here. So we're in like a downtrend within the range, all right? As soon as we saw this candle here breaking these lows, we started to get lower lows, and the idea was just to take price back down to the bottom of this range, okay? Very logical stuff. And as you can see, guys, you know, a few days ago, I mean, all of these candles, and look at these wicks on these candles, they're all selling candles, okay? And, you know, chances are we'll still eventually come back down to these lows. If we drop down to the H4, well, actually, it was a H1 trade, actually, guys, all right? So you can see price, if I zoom out a bit, price has been loving this level, yeah? You know, it's acting as very good resistance, guys, yeah, many times. And yesterday was no different. So if we zoom back in now, you can see we had this super duper bearish H1 candle form at this resistance level, yeah. I got a bit of a retrace up this candle, yeah, entered here, put my stop above here. My first target was down here. Why was this my first target? Well, this was the last H1 low and could be some kind of support. Price could bounce up from here. All right. So that's why I take money at support or take money at resistance if I'm buying. So I got a little bit more than 1:1. And then I'm going to let 20% run. So I close 80% here, guys. Yeah. And then I let 20% run. So we shall see if it makes it back down to that 8,300 level. And with the remaining 20%, guys, you know, my stop loss is up here. I will just trail it down. So if this proves to be, you know, the next lower high, I will take this 20% here and move my stop loss to here. Simple as that. Trail my stop. All right, so good trade. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. I put all of my trade ideas in the VIP Discord channel. So come join it. We were looking at some other trades, guys, but these were a bit of a no-go, really. I mean, if we look at Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, we were looking to sell this. Why were we looking to sell this? Well, if you look at the chart, we were in a downtrend, yeah? And the idea was just to, you know, at one of these levels, you know, try to see the market break down and come back down. But as you can see, the market hasn't broken down. So we don't have an entry, guys, all right? So, yeah, it just hasn't broken down. And, you know, you need your criteria to be met before you enter, guys. I'm not just going to enter at one of these grey zones, yeah? I need price to, you know, start to break down, okay? Then I will start trading it. And we just didn't get that. On the H4, you can see it didn't break down. And on the H1, yeah, you know, just nothing but an uptrend, guys, all right? You know, potentially almost broke down here, but didn't. Yeah, it didn't break the low, come back up. No trade. Same with, well, Euro Aussie dollar was a sort of, you know, just couldn't get into it, guys. So let me explain. But Euro Aussie dollar, we were looking to sell this back down to this blue line. Okay, and that's what happened, yeah, and then it shot off, as you can see. But we were looking to short it because we was in a downtrend, yeah. Also the candles, guys, we're seeing these very bearish wicks here, you know, and the idea, like I say, was just to come down to this blue line. If we drop down to the H1, you know, that's what happened. It broke out of this trend line here, this channel, and then it come back down and hit our target. All right, but there was no way we could get in here. This price action is just overnight chop, and then it just comes down and hits target. It didn't give us an opportunity to get into that trade. So, no trade here. And ever since it hit our target, look at that, bang. That shows that your target is at a good support level if this happens. All right, so Euro Aussie dollar, there was no trade. And then we was also looking at the NAS. Yeah, not only a gangster rapper, but also an indice. Again, we were looking to sell this. And, selling was the right thing to do. But again, it just didn't retrace. So we've had a break of these lows in here. All right, so we're in a downtrend. And just look at all of this selling pressure. All right, lots of sells. And the idea was just to come back down to this blue line. All right. If we drop down to the H1 now, yeah, or even the H4, guys, it doesn't really matter which one, but we just didn't get that retrace. And the way I trade, this will happen sometimes, Price will just carry on and I won't get a retrace. It will hit target, but no problem. Yeah, so what I was looking for, guys, was something like this. We get a retrace into this level here, yeah, and then we come lower. Yeah, but this case, it just shot off. Yeah, bearish. It looks like it's not retracing. And I just don't have a trade then, guys. But that's perfectly fine with me because this doesn't represent value for me. In here, this represents value in here to come lower. All right, guys. So, yeah, those were the trades from yesterday. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap and enjoy receiving this analysis every single day, then come join the channel. Yeah, subscribe to the channel right now. We'd love to have you. Also, smash the notification button so you receive an alert every time we post a vid. And if everyone could please smash the like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Merci beaucoup, Danki, Takar, Salamat. Right, trades for Friday, the 5th of January, guys. Before I get started, let me just mention this, guys. If you haven't joined our community of traders, then please do so. We have a free Discord channel. We've also got the VIP Discord, which you do have to pay for, but you get access to me throughout the trading day, as in you can ask me questions. I give you my trade ideas as and when they happen, stop loss, take profit, etc. And also, guys, you get access to the Trading Academy, which is absolutely full of tutorials, guys. All right. So loads of value in the VIP. Come check it out. We also offer a mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. If you're interested in that, drop us an email and we'll send you the details. Also, guys, if you would like to show your support for the channel, then you can become a Simply Forex YouTube member. All right. So check that out. It's all in the video description. Right, guys, trades for today. I'm going to talk first about yen and US dollar pairs. These are not trade ideas, but I just wanted to show you that they are at really interesting levels. All right. So euro yen. All right. You have to bear in mind here, guys, we are still in a downtrend. We've got lower lows and we're just back up at these highs. All right, so this is a very interesting level. Will it break through and we get a move to the upside, or will we start seeing some bearish, some sellers come into the market and it follows day trend? Yeah, euro yen, Aussie dollar yen, they're all at interesting levels, very similar scenarios. Yeah, again, we are in a downtrend. Doesn't matter how much this retraces, which it has a lot. Yeah, we're still in a downtrend until these highs are broken. So, it'll be interesting to see if it does this. But there's no setup because we haven't, there's no bearish reaction as yet in here. Also, the US dollar pairs, guys. If we look at New Zealand US dollar, so we know that New Zealand US dollar is at this, important support level. Yeah, and we're in an uptrend. But again, guys, we just haven't had that bullish reaction here. All right. If anything, it's quite bearish. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. It's the same with, a lot of the US dollar pairs. So US dollar CAD is no exception. And in a downtrend, back at these levels, but, not bearish enough yet. If I were to take one of these trades, like the yen pair or US dollar, because they're at interesting levels, I would need to see a breakdown in structure. So you as traders need to pinpoint at what point that will be. All right, so let's just look at US dollar, Canadian dollar. And we spoke about this in the live stream, but there is clearly a level here now. All right. And for me, if it starts breaking this level, yeah, then, perhaps it does this, then we've got a potential trade. Yeah, then we've got room to the downside. But this, everything is still bullish. All right. So, yeah, there you go, guys. They're not trade ideas. They're just at interesting levels. And I thought I would point that out. But we do have some trade ideas. Hooray. And the first one is this, guys. We are looking at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So we've literally just had a break. If we look at the day chart, let me show you the weekly chart. So I want you to understand this blue line. Why is this my target? You're probably thinking, Tom, this blue target is in no man's land. Yeah, and looking at the day chart, it does look a bit like that. But if we look at the weekly chart, yeah, the blue line is here because that is the start of all these buyers. Yeah, I don't want to push my luck into here where we know there's buyers. So I just want to take it down to here before we see any buyers. All right, so it's as simple as that, guys, really. And also, while we're on the weekly, it is in a downtrend. Okay, so this is good. If we go back to the day chart, we basically had a box of indecision. Yeah, I talk about these a lot in the VIP Discord. Had a box of indecision. There are no winners in here, just fighting, 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 buyers and sellers fighting. And then eventually we got yesterday's candle, which broke these lows. All right, so the idea is just to come back down to this blue line. It could go further, so you can leave some profit on the trade. If we drop down to the H4, okay, H1, you can probably see this level a bit clearer, yeah? So you can just see, price has reacted many, many times in this area. All right, so all we're looking for, guys, is a retrace into here. We get a bearish reaction, and then we'll start selling. If it breaks this level, not really interested, guys. So that's Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar sell. We're also looking at a couple of CAD pairs, Canadian dollar pairs. Pound Canadian dollar is the first one. So if we start with the day chart, we talked about this in the live stream. And I said, if the daily candle finished like it has, I will be interested in this trade. And I am. Yeah. So pound Canadian dollar, we are clearly in a downtrend. Okay. Stroke range, really. But this candle here has closed back below these highs and it's bounced off the moving average 20. So it has reacted at resistance and closed back into these highs. We like this. All right. So we're looking to take price back down to here. Where the hell is my blue line and target? Slacking, guys, slacking. But there are some buts. There are some caveats to this, right? H4, you can clearly see is in an uptrend. Yeah. So let's go to the H1. So at the very least, we need to see a break. Yeah. So we've got this gray zone here, right? We need to see a break of structure, guys. If this doesn't break, this could carry on up. Yeah. If it doesn't break, it could keep doing this. Yeah. So a break is such a good indication that sellers have taken control and the market wants to come lower. So I'm just going to wait for something like this. Maybe this happens. Yeah, we get a break of these lows, retest, and then we can start selling. And that's the only time I'll be interested in pound Canadian dollar. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for that, guys. Pound Canadian dollar sell. And the old lady, the old trusty, faithful old lady that doesn't let you down, the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. I have been trading this all week and I had nice trades all week. If we start with the day chart, you're probably sick to death of me explaining this day chart, but maybe you're new to the channel today. So on the day chart, we are in this range. Okay, you can see price has, you know, just been bobbing up and down in this range. But within this range, we've had a mini break. Yeah, these lows in here have been broken with this candle. And ever since I've seen this candle at the start of the week, I've been selling New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. All right. And the idea is still to take it eventually back down to these lows. And also yesterday, guys, not only yesterday, but the last 3 days candles, one bearish. Look at that wick, bearish. Look at that candle, bearish. Sellers are in complete control. Okay. So we're looking to sell New Zealand CAD. If we go to the H4, yeah, we've got a couple of levels, guys. I'll show you the levels on the H4 because they're clear. So you can see through here, yeah, lots of resistance. You can see in here, yeah, lots of resistance. Okay, so we've got 2 levels. If we drop down to the H1 now, you know, we're potentially getting a bit of a reaction now. This could be a trade very soon. But all I'm looking for, guys, is either a bearish reaction in here, yeah, and we can start taking price back down to here, or price may want to retrace back up to these highs again, and we get a bearish reaction, and again, we're going to start selling. All right, so New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, sell. And the last thing I'm looking at, guys, are the indices. Yeah, so as you know from yesterday, I was looking at the NADs. And before I show you the indices, guys, if I could just ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel right now. We would love to see your faces. And also, guys, please smash the like button. Yeah, it really helps support the vid and the channel, and it's, you know, much appreciated. And also, guys, don't forget all the cool things we do. We've got the trading community, the free Discord, we've got the VIP Discord, we've got the mentorship program, and we've got the Simply Forex YouTube membership where there's also lots of perks. All right, so check it all out. It's all in the video description. So yeah, indices, guys. So yesterday we was looking at the NASDAQ. Yeah, if we look at the day chart, and it has come down. We just didn't get a retrace. Okay, and this is still a short idea for today. We still haven't quite reached our target. All right, but I prefer the S&P because the S&P offers better value. But NASDAQ, I still think shorts are on the cards down to this level. But if I show you the NASDAQ, if I show you the S&P now, you can see it's freshly broken. So the S&P is my last trade idea for today. Yeah, so this offers better value. And it's got more room to move into because this grey zone here will be our target. Okay, so we'll try and take price back down to here. And if we look at the structure, as I said, it's freshly broken down. Bang. Yesterday's candle just broke these lows. So we are in a downtrend. And just look at these candles. Selling pressure. See how I did the candles with the syllables? Excellent presenting. So yeah, we're looking to sell for that reason, guys. We're in a downtrend. We've broken structure. We've broken support. If we drop to the H4 now, so yeah, we've got a couple of levels. Yeah, you can see price has reacted in here. Yeah, so price could just retrace into this grey zone. But for me, that maybe isn't a big enough retrace. But let's just see how price reacts in here. If we get a bearish reaction, yeah, then we can start looking for sells. Price might want to come back up to this level because, you know, again, you can see price has reacted in here. Moving average 20 catches up. This would be a nicer level for me, but, you know, it might not get here. Yeah, and if we get a bearish reaction in here, again, we can start selling. All right, guys. So, yeah, those are my trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. So, news for Friday, the 5th of January, guys. A busy news day again, guys, today. I would say this is important. 7 o'clock, London GMT. We've got German retail sales because this will affect any euro pair. At 9:30, these are all London GMT times. At 9:30, we've got PMI data, construction PMI coming out of the UK. And then we've got some big daddy news, big mummy, big daddy news. Yeah, 10 o'clock, coming out of the euro, we've got CPI figures. You know, still lots of attention on inflation, guys. So this is going to be super important for any euro pair. After that, more big daddy news in the form of NFPs, but not only NFPs. Yeah, we've got NFPs here, non-farm payrolls. We've also got average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. Yeah, so lots of US dollar data at the same time. And at the same time, we've got Canadian news. Yeah, so we've got employment change and unemployment rate. So you can imagine a US dollar, Canadian dollar. That's going to be super volatile at 1:30 London GMT. And then after that, guys, there's more news at 3 o'clock. We've got non-manufacturing PMI and prices. So 2 more 3-star ratings, guys. So like I say, busy news day. Tread carefully. Yeah, and guys, if you haven't already, we are going to interview the CEO of DarwinX on Monday. Okay, so if you haven't registered for that yet, then please do get your questions ready for him. You might be interested in receiving funding and investment. Also, guys, if you do register, you get 40% off any product that DarwinX does. All right, so come join us for that. The link is in the video description as well. All right, guys, have a great trading day, great weekend. I'll see you Monday.